Welcome to Atomic Cricket Podcast. I'm Chirunandan Srinath and I'm joined with Maitreya. If you're listening to this podcast episode on Apple Podcast, don't forget to rate or review our podcast and subscribe to our podcast wherever you're listening this on. We have an important announcement to all our podcast listeners that we will be joined with Vijay Lokapalli sir for our podcast series special called Know the Name MS Dhoni, in which we discuss the top 5 games of MS Dhoni's career. Well, this episode is meant to discuss yesterday's match. This is an important announcement to all our podcast listeners. Yes, yesterday's match, Punjab Kings versus Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Punjab Kings beat RCB by 34 runs. Player of the match, the debutant Harpreet Brar. Punjab Kings batted first. KL Rahul, 91 of 57. Chris Gale, 46 of 24. Harpreet Brar, 25 of 17 balls. Then RCB, Virat Kohli, 35 of 34. Harshal Patel, surprisingly, 31 of 13. And then Paditar, 31 of 30. And again, Harpreet Brar, 3 for 19 in 4 overs. What a day Maitreya Harpreet Brar had. It was his debut yesterday. He removed, the wickets of Virat, Maxwell, and then ABD, and that too on a debut. The world-class players, they have represented their countries on the highest form of cricket, and then such high class players, that destructive batsman, and he was the one who brought the game back to Punjab Kings.
Yeah, so I feel it was really great because we see he's a really inexperienced player is starting a career here, and on the day of the debut, if you take these 3 wickets and the two, these are not just normal wickets; these are 3 class players. So I really was just I was really I couldn't say anything because Virat Kohli, he was batting till then okay because Virat Kohli was getting into the form 35, 34. So I didn't expect him to become out at that time, and that too with Harpreet Brar. So when he took the wicket of Maxwell and then he took AB de Villiers, I was really shocked there because AB de Villiers, Maxwell, all of them are in form. These all are the form players because we have seen the last few matches, Maxwell, AB de Villiers, they have performed really well, and that too they have become out, and that too with Harpreet Brar. I just couldn't believe. So I feel it was a dream debut for him. The way he bowled, he was economical. 4 overs, he gave only 19 runs. So I feel he was a really good bowler. I feel he is. He took 3 wickets and he was economical. He had one maiden over. So I feel it was just a dream start for him. So I feel if he continues this way, I feel it will be really great because Punjab Kings, I feel when you look at the Indian bowlers in Punjab Kings, I felt they didn't have anyone so good. I felt though Arshdeep Singh might do, but I feel they didn't have that good bowler there. I felt from Indian side, Indian players are not more there. I felt foreigner domination is there, but since now Harpreet Brar has come, I feel it. We have seen an Indian player coming up to the team and performing really well on the debut. So I feel it will be really great because he can really have a long career ahead of him, and as well as Punjab Kings also needed one bowler because they can't always look to the foreigners, and only 4 foreigners can play in the IPL in a match. So I feel since they have got an Indian option now, I feel if he continues in the form and if they use him to his full potential, I feel it will be really great for the Punjab Kings.
Yeah, it was a dream debut for him, as you said. I look at Punjab Kings scorecard, Maitreya, and I see KL Rahul 91 of 57. I said, thank God. Most of the times he strikes just above 100 strike rate. He did start it like that with 100 strike rate, but covered it up at the death. You see this man against RCB. He has been not out since 2019. That means RCB didn't even pick up his wicket even once from 2019. He has been knocked out from 2019.
Yeah, so I feel KL Rahul is now consistent because if you see, though strike rate might be low for him because for the past few matches it was low, but I feel his scores are consistent because I feel that one player who's performing consistently for Punjab, I feel is KL Rahul. He has every match almost he has hit in 30s, 40s. So I feel he's delivering every match. He's in the as a captain, as a player, as a batsman. I feel he's really desperate to deliver, and I feel that's what he's doing. So this match, I feel he really came back to form because as I said, against RCB team, he has a really exemplary record, and then he played for RCB also. But when he came out of RCB, he had really exemplary record against RCB, and then against any team also, he used to perform really well. He was a star player. So as a captain, I feel he has come back to form. He has taken the responsibility as a captain, and as a captain, he has held the pressure there. So I feel since Punjab is getting to win matches again, I feel KL Rahul's burden has become less, and even the other players are performing. If you see Chris Gale at 46 and 24, I felt that was really great from Chris Gale. So I feel that quick innings was needed, and so I feel KL Rahul is. I feel of KL Rahul's head. I feel the burden is going down a little bit. So I feel since they're winning matches and continuing, I feel KL Rahul will come back to form eventually, and I feel it will be again a really great season for him as a batsman and as a captain.
Yeah. And Maitri, I was scrolling through Twitter yesterday and I saw one tweet and this caught my eye. I would like to say in this episode is that RCB, they have won several games, but their failures of their batsmen at number three is highly unnoticeable. Their average is only 15.3 strike rate, just above 110 to be precise, 111. They need to have a look at this, right? RCB team management.
Yeah, they need to, because I feel if RCB till now they have won all matches. So I feel whatever little problems are there for them, they haven't looked into, because since they are winning every matches, there is, if one player is not performing, there's another player who's performing and giving match winning performances. So I feel that was why RCB in the season haven't taken the problems as any small problem. They haven't making it a big thing. So I feel RCB had winnings from the start, a good winning streak. So I feel still only the last two matches they have lost. So I feel if they correct every small mistake there, I feel, because every small mistake, I feel for every team needs to be corrected and they need to come back strongly. So I feel since now RCB has got the losses, I feel now they will understand why there is a loss, what are the mistakes, what are their flaws to be a perfect team. So I feel if they look from that point of view, since they have won matches, and I'm sure that RCB will go to the playoffs, because they have already won enough matches to keep a good competition there. So I feel RCB now has to worry on making them a perfect team, because in the playoffs, losing one match is also a really big pressure there. If you lose qualifier one, I feel then you go to qualifier two. But if you are in the if you are in the uh, eliminator. So I
Eliminator.
feel all these qualifying matches and all, it's we have to win every match. So I feel now they have lost a match, so it's not a problem since it's still in the group stage. I feel they can look at it, but if they lose match in that playoffs, I feel it will be really tough for them. So I feel right now, since I feel the loss is very important for every team, because they will know to look into their weaknesses, they will know to look into and correct into their weaknesses and make them a strong team. So I feel this was really necessary. Not saying that RCB should lose. I'm saying that they needed to correct their mistakes. So I feel now, since they have got again a loss, I feel they will look into it and correct it, so that they'll come back strongly and finish the season on a high. I feel they can win the cup also. I feel that good the team is. So just these small little flaws are there that they need to cover up and they need to make amends. So I feel otherwise RCB is a really good team.
We will now look forward to the biggest contest of IPL. Mumbai Indians take on Chennai Super Kings in Delhi. Both are greatest of all times captains. Both the teams have been successful over the years, and it is the biggest rivalry of the IPL. Let's go with CSK, Maitreyi. Your favorite team. Should Chennai persist with Ingidi?
Yeah, I feel they can go on with Ingidi, because I feel they're right now in a really good form. Because if you see, Chennai has won even the last match easily. So I feel they're in a really good form. All the players are performing well. The thing is, they're having a good start. So I feel since Gaikwad has come back to form, I feel the middle order in Chennai, I feel, is not having a lot of pressure. So that's a really a good thing. And Duplessis is always performing. So I feel it is really great. And Mumbai and Chennai, I feel it's a big rivalry, because we have seen they have come to so many finals Mumbai has won a lot of finals against Chennai, and Chennai has won a few. So I feel it's a really big contest between those two teams. And asked if Ingide should be kept, I feel he can be kept because he has from the right from the first match he played. I feel he took 3 wickets. So I feel though he came because he came late from South Africa, I feel that's the reason he was out of the first few matches. But once he came back, he really performed well, back to the form. I feel so they should keep him because last match also they have gone with Ngidi and he's performed well. So I feel they should keep Ngidi. And then if you see against Mumbai, I really would love this contest because in the last few matches, if you see Mumbai has won 4 of them against Chennai, and Chennai has won only one. So I feel it will be a very big contest between those two teams. And as a Chennai Super Kings fan, I'm really loving to see the match.
Yeah, then we'll have a look at Mumbai Indians. Last match they changed their balance, their complete balance by taking out Ishan Kishan in the middle order and promoting Krunal Pandya to play at number 4, and then getting in that extra bowling option. So should they continue with the same balance, Maitri, or should they change things? There is an alternative. Could they get in someone like Saurabh Tiwari or instead of Ishan Kishan, or should you think? Do you think they should continue with Krunal Pandya at 4?
I feel they can continue with Kunal Pandya because we have seen Kunal Pandya perform well the last match, and I feel about replacing Ishan Kishan, I feel that's never the issue for them. Just that Ishan Kishan has to come back to form, and I feel Saurabh Tiwari. If you see, I feel Saurabh Tiwari is he has not played any domestic tournaments that good, and I feel he's out of touch. So if he comes, he can hit. I feel 20 runs, 30 runs, but that's not what we want. We want if Ishan Kishan plays, I feel we want him to hit more, like 50 or and something more. So I feel Saurabh Tiwari, we can't expect that much because he's a player who's been out of the touch for the last few months. And I feel, but last IPL though he has played, I feel still. I feel they should prefer Ishan Kishan above Saurabh Tiwari because though Ishan Kishan is not performing well, but if you see once Ishan Kishan comes back to form, I feel it will really help. So I feel they should continue with Ishan Kishan and Kunal Pandya playing at number 4. I feel that's really
But they
good
didn't play
because
Ishan Kishan last match. So are you telling they should bring back Ishan Kishan, or because they got in the extra bowling option on Nathan counter Nile? So should they bring back Ishan Kishan? That's what you're saying.
yeah, I'm telling that they can bring back because with Chennai, I feel they should have more of a batting balance because we have seen Chennai, their run rate is really high because they have scored more than 200. They have been chasing all the scores, they have been defending scores. So I feel more than having a bowler there, I feel they need an extra batsman this match because Chennai's run rate is very high and they have been able to chase all the type of targets or they are able to defend them very easily. So I feel they need an extra batsman who can counter because I feel I feel extra bowling option is also good, but as of what I feel, I think they should bring in another batsman like Ishan Kishan because Chennai, I feel they have a knack of taking wickets in the power play, and if we lose one, I feel there will be instability in the middle order for Mumbai. So I feel that's the reason they need to have an extra batsman there instead of extra bowler. That's what I feel.
Yeah, and lastly, should Hardik Pandya bat higher position at number 5 or number 4? He didn't play last match, but what you see is Hardik Pandya has a poor season. This whatever matches he has played, he has a very low strike rate. He's not able to accelerate the score like how Kerem Pollard is doing right now. And he's not the same Hardik Pandya we saw last year. But should they, promote Hardik Pandya up the order?
Yeah, I feel they can promote him. I feel it's just about it's just like after the wicket falls, it's how many overs are left, and then if more overs are left, I feel they can send like if 3 wickets fall, if three or 4 wickets fall, when it's only just 13 overs. I feel then they can send Hardik Pandya, because I feel Hardik Pandya now, after he came back from the injury, he has been sitting on the bench for India for the test series, throughout the test series, and then he came back for the limited overs, but he didn't show that good performance. So I feel it's that he needs to just come back to form, I feel. And in this format, I feel it's a bit difficult, because a player who's out of form like Hardik Pandya isn't in form right now. So I feel when he comes back, I feel, but if he comes back in the 18th over or that time, I feel he may not be able to hit big, because I feel Hardik Pandya right now needs some at least 10 balls to settle down, because as of his form, if you look right now, I feel at least 10 balls are needed for him to be settling down. So I feel it just depends. Like if 13 overs or 15 overs got over, and if 3 or 4 wickets fell, that time Hardik Pandya can come in. Or but if it's the 18th over or 19th over, and they need that batsman in the last 2 overs, I feel it's Pollard, because Pollard, though he's out of form, I feel he has that power. Just like Russell, I feel if he just hits hard, I feel at least it will go over the boundary. So I feel as of now, Pollard, it just depends on the situation there. They should just make the plan flexible, because we just can't put the order there. Just depends. Like if 18th over a batsman need to come, I feel it's Pollard, and if 13th over or 14th over, I feel it's Hardik Pandya.
Well, that's a very good point that you made, and this is it. Our preview for Chennai Super Kings versus Mumbai Indians, but we won't go away. This is our prediction. Maitri, I'm sure you would say Chennai Super Kings, and I also go with Chennai Super Kings because I'm a big hater of Mumbai Indians. So this is it. Our prediction and preview for Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings, and this is our episode number 39.